Howdy folks, here we are. It's Friday, another beautiful week or another very quick week. It blows my mind how quickly the days go these days. You know, when you're busy, time flies. And I guess it's also got a lot to do with this working from home, although I've been doing it for many, many years. We sit down and we just start and you work and then next thing you know it's 5 o'clock and you get up and you make food and it's just this endless cycle. We got to figure out a way to get rich, I guess. But anyway, long week. Today I'm coming to you from our little indoor garden. As you can see, since the last video I made a long time ago, this has actually grown quite tremendously. We are already getting all our lettuce from here. So we don't buy lettuce anymore. All our sandwiches, all our salads, we use the lettuce from here. We've got some tomato plants that's coming along nicely. We have one that's got a little bit of I had to transplant it and it got a bit hurt. We got pumpkins, which is going to turn out interesting because they're starting to grow quite fast. I don't know. They luckily there's a lot of space here so they can rank throughout. Our cucumber plants are coming along nicely. This weekend I'm going to need to find some ropes and tie them up so they can start climbing. We've got our 4 allowed marijuana plants, just for the heck of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. One small, the other 3 are going along really well, coming along swimmingly. And some herbs and a bean plant and some peas. So I guess within the next 2 to 3 weeks we will start harvesting tomatoes and peas and beans and hopefully some cucumbers. So that's going to be nice and interesting. Anyway, that's enough about our little garden. What I wanted to talk about today, not this week. What I wanted to talk about today is how to save money when you're here, because I remember I made a video a while ago where I said cost of living is quite expensive, and it is. We actually saw an interesting article where they listed the most unaffordable places in the world to live, or in North America, and the top of the list is Vancouver. Vancouver is the least affordable place to live in North America, but then again it's also the nicest place to live, so I guess there's a correlation there. The reality is that it is expensive to live here, but there are many ways that you can cut down on your costs. Something that we do, we go to Costco once a month or once every 3 weeks. We take a trip down to Costco, either in town or out in now I can't remember where the other one is, but we drive out to one of the Costco's and we go and buy bulk food and stuff. And sometimes you often get people that go, oh, Costco, that's like the cheap place. It's like the Macro in South Africa. It's not. I mean, they've got some real good quality stuff. I mean, okay, so not the same as Whole Foods or one of those guys, but then again, it's like half the price most of the time. You do have to, when you go to Costco, you do have to also check and kind of know the prices of stuff, because sometimes stuff they have there are a little bit more expensive. They carry organic foods, they carry a whole lot of things, and I mean toilet paper, whether you buy it at Whole Foods or you buy it at Costco, it's going the same way. So it doesn't really matter if it's where you bought it. I mean, it's the same thing. You just pay a lot cheaper at Costco for bulk. And then there's other stuff. I mean, we went last weekend, we went and bought, and I know I made the video about the meat being so expensive, and then just then I walk into Costco the Sunday, and there we go. We've got some nice big whole sirloins at $9.95 or $10 a kilo, which is great. So I bought I think about 20 kilos, frozen them, and now I can defrost and make biltong as I go along. I know it's not ideal to defrost and then dry, but hey, it's better than paying $18 a kilo up here. And the biltong is still great. That's the nice thing about biltong, it's very forgiving. Then what we found was Belinda drinks honey in her coffee, so she likes some honey in her coffee. And what's happened is we walked in there and they've got this organic honey that she likes, and it's I guess about 20 or 30% cheaper than anywhere else on special. So I mean, we bought like 15 liters of honey Now we've got honey for the next 3 to 4 months. And especially as I believe that inflation is going to start getting worse and worse as we move towards the end of the year and into early next year, there's no issue with buying stuff that will last. Honey can't go bad. It's just good forever. So you might as well stock up on it. Toilet paper can't go bad. There's just so many things. So the last time we were there, we bought like these giant jugs of hand soap. I mean, we've got hand soap for 6 months. We're good. So that's definitely a good way to save money, is to go to Costco and to just buy bulk. Trust me, it's definitely worth it. Other ways to save money, we ride the bus here often instead of Uber. I went out on Wednesday to meet with a friend for dinner, and an Uber ride there costs me $13 one way, and it's not far. It's just from West Van to North Van. I mean, it's like a 10-minute Uber ride. Cost me $14 bucks that way and $14 back. So it's $28 just to and fro, but I have to take Uber because I had a few beers. If I take the bus, it costs me $2. So, there's a lot of ways that you can save money, and the bus, don't believe, is necessarily slower. It's easy. Any which way, so that's about saving money and about how expensive it is to live here. For the rest, this week's been great. Belinda has decided which job she's going to take, so she's gone for the corporate option. Within the next couple of days, we're going to start meeting the lawyers so we can get our PR application in and we can get that sorted out. We've decided to move the head office of the international publishing business to Canada, so I got my name registration approved. Our company is now called Global Village Publishing Inc. Incorporated, and I just processed well, yeah, it's one of the things I did today was I processed the name change of the company, which took forever because you got to go onto BC registries to deal with your application, and it was just like, oh man, it's generally okay, but I made a little mistake when I reserved the name. I said it's for a new company and not for a name change, so it took me speaking to about 10 or 15 different people on the phone before I finally got to somebody that could help me and fix it, and then it worked immediately, so that was cool. One thing I can say though is speaking to people on the phone now, I mean, us South Africans, we used to talking to government on the phone, or council, or government organizations. I mean, first you phone and phone and phone, and the phone rings and rings and rings and rings, and then maybe at some stage somebody picks up, and then if they do pick up, you just get put on hold and it lasts forever. I was actually fascinated by how quickly it went here. You phone BC registries, and I went and got myself coffee, snacks, a water bottle, so that I can sit there and wait. And you ring and you go through the voice activated thing, or press 1 for this, press 2 for that, and press 3, press it, and man, it was quick. Within 1 or 2 minutes somebody would answer, friendly, helpful. Oh yeah, sorry, no, you know what, I'm not the right guy to help you, but I think this person would be able to help you or point you in the right direction. I'm going to transfer you. And then they transfer you, and then that person goes, okay, what can I do for you? And once again, I don't think I held on the line for longer than 2 minutes at all through the whole process. It's amazing when stuff works, in South Africa, I've sat and held on the line for 2-3 hours, and then you finally get through to somebody and the person says, just hold on, and then they put the phone down, so it's amazing when it works. Anyway, so our company name's been changed. I guess I need to do that with a CRA now. Now I know that that's slightly less effective than than BC registries, but we'll see. So there's now a whole process, I guess, to change everything everywhere. So I'll get cracking on that in the next week. But now it's Friday. I'm gonna relax. Angelique is out for Halloween. They doing some get together in the park, a whole bunch of them. She's out watching ice hockey game at Hollyburn Sports Club, what's it called? Anyway, very fancy club up there in British properties. It costs $30,000 a year per person membership if you want to be there. So she's there with a friend. We don't have that kind of money for a country club sponsorship membership. But hey, yeah, so Angelique's out, Connor's here, me and Belinda, we're going to chill and take it easy tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm going to need to move around some of these and do some organization because everything is growing like mad and I'm going to need to figure out where to put everything and what to do with it. And then next week is Belinda's last week of not working, of being here, which is going to be interesting. From next week, I'm here alone, and she starts work at 8 o'clock. That was the only sad thing or rough thing with the job that she chose, is because she needs to start work at 8, and the kids need to be dropped off at school at 8:30. We only have one car. So for now, initially what we're going to do is I'm going to, in the mornings, get up, then I need to go drop Belinda at the bus stop just down the road, although I'm not going to drop her a little bit further in... just a little bit further down the road on Marine Drive. She catches the bus and drops her off right in front of her work, so that's cool. And then I've got to come back, pack lunches for the kids, get them ready and bundled up, get them into the car and take them to school, and then come back and then start my work day. Now normally my work day starts at about 7 because I've got meetings with people all around the world, so that's going to we're going to have to change, I guess. People are going to have to meet with me a little bit later. This is going to be interesting. And then the kids are going to take the bus back from school because I can't pop out again, some days 11, some days at 3 to go and fetch them. It's going to get very lonely here at the house, working on my own from home. Maybe I must just get myself an office as well. In the meantime, we are currently looking, we're busy interviewing people. We're going to employ another social media manager in Canada, a local person. The company's doing okay. Things are starting to look up quite a bit with the books. Our international books are starting to come off nicely. We have had a lot of launches, so everything is going great. Everything is awesome. Any which way. What I'll do is I've asked Belinda to, and she's busy putting together. I know some of you asked about what to do with job applications and how to work your CV to get more callbacks and stuff. Now we're not professionals, so go and do your own research. But what we'll do is we will do a video on what we learned and what we thought was interesting to know and what's slightly different, and try and help wherever we can. And for those guys moving here, hey, I get messages on Facebook all the time. Great, please reach out. If you come here or you land in Vancouver and you just want to know somebody else here, we are here. Look us up, reach out on Facebook. You want to go for a drink or a coffee, hit me up. I'd love to. Actually, as a matter of fact, I promised Belinda we will do a nice spring clean on the house this week. And then hopefully next week, Saturday, we'll do a bit of a barbecue for South Africans in Vancouver. So if you are in Vancouver and you want to come around to a barbecue next week, go to Facebook, find our Facebook page, South African family moving to Vancouver, and send me a message and I'll gladly invite you. It would be nice to have people around and do a bit of a braai, not a barbecue, a braai. Anyway, folks, you all must have a good one, and I'll speak to you again soon. Cheers.